We back, Paul. What do we have? We had 21 in the live at the time. 2 hours 55 that one crashed at. We've got 4 people in the live. It's getting better, yeah. 2 hours 55 this time. I always get it crashes around those times, Paul. 45 minutes plus, and then 2 hours 50 plus. Always crashes. I don't know why. It's strange. Don't make sense. But it is what it is. Amanda, Daniel, we're back. Sorry, guys. I do apologize. I said, check my internet again. Excellent connection. Don't understand it. Really don't. Hopefully we'll pick up a few more of you guys come back now. Mrs. J, as I was saying, catering. It's not a job, it's your life. Ian Williams, how are we, buddy? Yeah, catering, it's not just a job, it's your life. You go home, you're thinking of recipes, you're thinking of menus, you're thinking, how can you train the guys that are under you? How can you improve on yourself? Then it's deliveries and stock takes, and there's so much to it. It's unbelievable. Paperwork involved in catering now is silly. You go into work, before you can open the kitchen, you've got to sign yourself into the kitchen. Then you've got to go through all your fridge temperatures. You've got to go through your deliveries. You've got to go through your stock. It's bad teammate. What's that, Ian? What's a bad teammate? All good, been fishing. Yeah. Any tips on things with steak? What steak you cooking, Ian? Welcome back, Dano. You're up late, buddy. Ribeye. It depends on your cut, on how big you're going. You speak to a lot of people and they will tell you always to rest your meat. Now, I differ with that. It depends on the size of the cut of meat. If you're cooking a piece of meat which is an inch thick, you don't want to be resting it for 12 minutes because it'll be stone cold by the time you get to it. So for me, it depends on the size of the cut of meat. But ribeye, the hotter the pan you can get, the better. Get it in there, get it sealed, caramelize that underneath. Get it over, caramelize it again, take it off the heat, leave it 2 minutes. That's all you need to do with a ribeye. Ian, right? It doesn't exist, mate. I was brought up, right, where you have blue, rare, medium, well done. That's your 4 choices. This medium rare, medium well, for me, it doesn't exist. For the pure reason, I'll explain my reason now. Someone asks for a medium well steak. Where do you draw the line of it being too medium or too well done. Where is the line drawn? Do you understand what I mean there? Because you can ask for a medium well steak, I can send it out to you, and you can send it back saying it's not well done enough, or it's not medium enough. So where is the line? Where do you draw it? This is my argument I've always had. Every job I've worked with, every chef I've worked with, I've worked under numerous of head chefs. I've worked under head chefs that have been Welsh Chef of the Year. Where is it? Where is it drawn? Where if you say blue, rare, medium, well done, you've got your lines. You know, blue, as in the trade, cut off his horns, wipe his ass, chuck it on a plate. Rare, a minute and a half each side. Medium, 2 to 3 minutes a side. Well done, 4 to 5 minutes a side. Yeah? So there's a lot of arguments between medium rare, medium well, where the line is drawn. Some people will say, time to cook their own steak. There is that one, John. Some people will say, I want a medium rare steak. Now, where do you draw the line between it being too rare and too medium? This is my arguments on it, and I've argued this a long time. I'm 37 now in May, and I've cooked a lot of steaks in my life, trust me. I've probably cooked well in the excess of a couple of 100,000 steaks, and it don't make sense what people say. What they ask for and what they want are two different things. I'm a rare steak all the way myself, Amanda. No worries, Ian. As I said, it's like fillet steak. I've worked in restaurants and people have come in and asked for it to be cremated, and I've refused because I'm not going to cremate a fillet steak. It's the most tenderest piece of meat you will ever eat in your life. Do not have it well done or cremated. You just can't. You can't do it. Good night, Rachel. Thanks for the support tonight, as always. But holiest, depending on how you eat, what you're eating it with. Like you have a fillet steak, which is which you would put into a tartare, right? You don't need it. Onions, well, shallots, garlic, parsley, mince, a little bit of Worcestershire sauce, a raw egg yolk on top. Lovely. But I begrudge paying the money for the price of a fillet steak. You can get a little 4-ounce fillet steak, that wide by an inch thick, and it's costing you £8. 2 mouthfuls and it's gone. That's it, Mrs. J. I hate anything well done. Peppercorn sauce. Do you want to know how to make a proper one, William, or you just like a peppercorn sauce? John Biff, go to your local Morrison's and buy a bottle of Henderson sauce. You will not go back to Lee and Perrins. Favourite bass rig? It's either the pulley pennel or you've got to go for the running ledger for a bass rig or an up and over. It's a mix between the three. But if you want a peppercorn sauce, Alan, it all depends on the size of your fish. What I was always taught with fish, hot pan, butter, olive oil. Put your fish in. Once you see the opaqueness of the fish start to disappear, it comes halfway up, turn your pan off, flip your fish over. Leave it 2 minutes and your fish will be perfectly cooked. I'll show you now, John Biff. John Biff, go to your local Morrison's. It's £1.60 a bottle. Henderson's Relish. You won't go back to Lee and Perrins. I swear. Donald DJ, welcome, buddy. Sammy, that Henderson's, it's from Sheffield originally. And I don't buy Lee and Perrins anymore. My sister-in-law and brother-in-law sent me 6 bottles of this over because I couldn't get it over in Wales. And then I found it in Morrison's for £1.60 a bottle. Cracking stuff. But yes, peppercorn sauce, Ian Williams. Right, start off with your basics. So onions, garlic, thyme, bay leaf. I go Henderson sauce, but it's Worcestershire sauce. Chicken stock. Right, so start off with the garlic, obviously oil and butter in the pan. Put your shallots in, your garlic in, sweat them off. Add your bay leaf and thyme, cook them through. Then your Henderson's, Lee and Perrins, put that in, wait for that to evaporate. Add your chicken stock or your bouillon, whatever way you're going to do it. Reduce that by so much, then in with your cream. Reduce that again, let it cool. Once it's cooled, pass it, let it cool. Obviously, you put your fresh peppercorns in, or you're going to go peppercorn, brandy, flambe your brandy. The lines go on. You don't have to use brandy, whichever way you want to go. So, but yeah, that's your basic peppercorn sauce. So, shallots, garlic, thyme, bay leaf. Get them in a pan, reduce down, let the flavors come out of them. Brandy, flambe, chicken stock, reduce, cream, reduce, pass your peppercorn sauce, and there you've got a peppercorn. If you like it with your peppercorns in, take some of the peppercorns back out, put it back in. I personally like to go cracked black pepper. So I said, Alan, if you can find this stuff, Henderson's Relish, It goes in everything. I cook with this with everything. It is the bee's knees. Edward, how are we? What are we on now, Amanda? And going back to joints of beef, guys, this, for me, this is my personal opinion, the smaller the joint of beef, the less resting time you want to give it. Because for me, I like my beef to be hot when I'm eating it. I don't like it to be cold. The more you rest it, yes, they say the more you rest it, the juices go back into the meat. But if you've got a small cut of beef and you're resting it for X amount of time, by the time you get to eat that beef, it's cold. My personal opinion. So if you're doing a kilo joint of beef, you're cooking it for 45 minutes, you're going to rest it for about half hour. And then the juices go back into it. It's still warm when you cut it. But for a small steak, unless you're going a 3-4 inch cut of steak, then if you're cooking it for 12 minutes, you rest it for 12 minutes. But anything smaller than that, an inch, for me, it's not worth resting. By the time you've cooked it, you've put it on your plate, you add your onion rings, your chips, your peas, your peppercorn sauce, that steak's rested anyway. So Mrs. J, go on Amazon. You can buy it on Amazon and it'll be delivered to you through Amazon. Henderson's Relish wipes the floor with Liam Perrins any day, in my opinion. I'm not too bad, Edward. How are you, buddy? Alan, I said you can buy it. If you can't get to a Morrison's, you can buy it on Amazon. No, but seriously, Timothy, you can buy that on Amazon. You won't regret it. You won't go back to Liam Perrins. I swear by it. Even my daughter and my son have it in their beans. When we cook beans, Henderson's and cracked black pepper. That's all that goes into our beans. Every time. And it's the same with fish, guys, right? Is if you're cooking a fish, depending on obviously the cut of fish, thickness of fish, it's a hot pan, butter, olive oil, some rosemary, whatever you're really cooking with, some sage, something like that that you want to flavor your fish with, into the pan. Let it come up halfway. You'll see the color change. Turn the heat off, fish over, leave it 2 minutes, and you'll have a perfectly cooked fish. There we are. Essex foraging. Congratulations on your fishing tonight. We're still at it, Valerie. I heard you had a couple of rays, buddy. We were talking about fish and how to cook it, and my opinion on steaks and what type of steaks to rest. Are you home now, Joe, or you've just packed up? Edward, People always say, all right, I'll answer Edward's question, then I'll come to you, Alan. People always say when it comes to fish, cod is the best. For me, I prefer a piece of pollock over cod, my personal choice. If you're coming down, hake is a nice piece of fish to cook. It's not the most, what's the word I'm looking for? It's quite a soft flesh fish, hake, unless you salt it up and then it toughens up. You're en route home now, you, Joe. Be safe, buddy. Obviously, salmon is a lovely fish to cook, but depending on the thickness of your cut and how you're doing it, as I said, salmon, cook it. If you don't want to flip it, cook it halfway up, put it in the oven, 180 degrees, 6 minutes, and your salmon will be perfectly cooked. Not too bad, Joe. Yourself, buddy? Did you bring anything home for the table tonight, or do they all go back? Salmon can go from being undercooked to overcooked in seconds, literally seconds. You want your salmon, so as I said, hot pan, seal the bottom of it, let it come halfway up, turn the salmon over, knock the pan off, put it to the side, give it 2 minutes, and you'll have a perfectly cooked piece of salmon. My personal opinion. You can poach it, steam it, pan fry it, grill it, oven. You can numbers of opportunities with salmon. It's a very versatile fish. Edward, mackerel is probably one, if not the best eating fish out of the sea on a grill within literally 30 minutes. You won't eat a better fish. Nice one, Joe, and lucky about that, buddy. Ling hake is towards the same kind of texture for me, Alan. We done in the restaurant I worked in, we had like a vongole, but we done a squid ink and hake vongole. That was nice. Mrs. J, you won't find, as I said, my personal opinion, I like pollock, but you won't find a better eating fish than mackerel. Out to the sea, gutted. Depends how you like it. If you like to butterfly it, get on a smoker, or if you like it just simple and fresh, out of the sea, take the guts out, a little bit of salt, oil, onto a hot barbecue, a minute each side, take it off, leave it rest a minute, and then tuck in. Banging. Only word I can put for it is banging. As said, Joe's in here. He's a seafood chef. I don't think Joe could disagree with what I just said then for mackerel. The less you do to mackerel, the better, in my opinion. Yes, you can pile a lot of flavour into mackerel. It'll take a lot of flavour in. One of the dishes we used to do in work was you took your mackerel, you took parsley, garlic, shallots, coriander, lemon zest, lemon juice, blitzed that all together, stuffed it into your mackerel, onto the grill, into the oven, out the door. That simple. Mackerel and harissa, and then smoke it is another. I said that's what I'm saying, Paul. Mackerel can take a beating with spice and flavors. Another one, we've done that before. I done a smoked harissa mackerel, and then you took new potatoes, broccoli, sugar snap peas, pancetta, mix them all together with a lemon and mustard dressing, toss that all together, the smoked harissa mackerel on top of that, and break it up into chunks. Absolutely lovely. I'm going to try to see if I can find the picture of it. Because I've got the picture on my phone actually of one of the dishes I've done. Right, you're down here somewhere. That's a long way back because it was a long time ago. But I'll see if I can find it for you. I said, the less to do with mackerel, the better, but it can take a lot of powerful flavors. Where are you? I know you're on here because I seen you the other day. I use applewood smoked chips on my smoker, my barbecue, and I do a cracking smoked chicken dish that the wife absolutely. Hang on, here we are, guys. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this. This is one of the dishes that I made in work. That's with fresh smoked mackerel. Can you see that all right, guys? That was banging. That was one of the mackerel dishes. That's one of my dishes with the tomahawk steak. And you're talking that tomahawk steak. The customer asked for that medium, and that tomahawk steak was a good 2-3 inches thick. That was a sharing plate for two. There we are on the grill. You can see it there. And there's different other dishes as well. That's a Sriracha chicken with a cream and chive sauce. Oi, oi, Dano. sorry, Holy. Yep, ceviche mackerel. You can't go wrong. Joe, what do you prefer, lemon juice or lime juice? Now, I'm a lime juice when I ceviche on mackerel. Yes, Dano, it's $2.19 now. I said there's a different picture of it, guys. Don't know what you can see. And Joe, you'll know this off straight away. There's a Dover sole with a what was it? It was a caper and cockle and chili butter. There, that's better. You can see it there. That was a king prawn pull boy. What else did we do? I said as I said in Joe's live the other day, as a chef, you forget more than what you know. And that's not being saying, oh, you just forgot what you've done. You literally forget more recipes than what you know. The amount of recipes that I forgot in my time. That was a lamb kofta and a couscous salad. Is one of the recipes I done. That was a goat's cheese salad. Oven roast goat's cheese salad. Around the world platter. So there was all things that were made fresh. We done Italian, we done Indian. Oh Christ, I can't remember what else was on there. Chinese, all different kinds of stuff on there. Cliff, how are we, buddy? Only one shirt to be wearing, Joe. I'll do that now, John Biff. Money joke in there. Holy. I worked in an Italian restaurant where we done different toppings every day. It was all homemade, all fresh. But I made a spicy chili jam with a Cajun chicken, and that was banging. Absolutely. No holy, there's no figs on that one. Believe it or not, depending on the time of the year, figs are expensive. Nothing wrong with pineapple on pizza. I enjoy pineapple on pizza. But if you're making a fresh pizza and you're doing like a carbonara pizza or what other kind of things? Najou sausage, a spicy pizza, things like that. I said my wife used to love it because I used to bring her different pizzas home every night when from work. How's the weather out with you, Cliff? Amanda, you've already put something in there tonight. Thank you very much. Oh, that was just some of them, Val. This phone is loaded with different food pictures. Joys of working in kitchens. Amanda, Valerie, this is a tribute to you guys in America. That is a meatloaf, obviously wrapped in bacon. Everything we used to do in the kitchens I worked in was all made from scratch. Let's get it that way. That's a homemade meatloaf. Sammy, we used to do them where I used to work, buddy. There we are. Holy, you'll appreciate that. That's more towards Italian cooking. Bruschetta with a pancetta and pea and cream sauce. Then that's a traditional Italian pancetta, bruschetta. Here we are, guys. These are some of the homemade pizzas I used to make. All hand stretched. So there we got a carbonara, we got a margarita, and we got a pepperoni. Hundreds of pictures on here of different food things. I enjoyed my job and I miss it. That was a homemade chocolate ganache cake. That I made. Edward, that's the joys of being a chef. You're taught to play with food, play with different flavorings. But the different amount of food things, flavors you're taught, Edward, as you go through your catering qualifications and lives and that, you learn to play with different foods and flavors and things like that. What else I got on here? There's my ops. Your taste buds are a wonderful thing. If you guys are munching, don't blame me. Yes, Alan. There's one of my roast chickens that I do at home for the family. There's focaccia bread, all homemade from scratch. So got anything else? People think we're vain as chefs taking pictures of our own food. It's not, it's just a memory cap of what you've made. Yorkshire puddings, guys. Homemade, fresh, out the oven. And then flapjacks. Oh, Paul. They go strawberries and white chocolate on a pizza and mint. It works. Here we are, guys. Smoked chicken, applewood smoked chicken on the barbie. Don't know what you can and can't see. And smoked sausages. Can you see that, guys? Toad in the hole for the daughter. If I could, Alan, I would. I love barbecuing. Rotisserie chicken on a spit, absolute lovely. Sorry, Cliff. And guys, right? The quickest ice cream you'll ever make. Take some frozen blackberries, right? Freeze them down, put them in the freezer, 3-4 hours. Take them out, take some mint, sprinkle it over, and pour double cream over it. The coldness of the berries sets the cream and the mint, and it makes a blackberry and mint ice cream. Absolute lovely. Troll, should we say, Joe? Troll. But we're still here, we're still going. Some more homemade Yorkshire puddings. It's the quickest ice cream that you can smash out. They are, Joe, but there we are. They're sent to try us. They're all views. That's the way I look at it. They're all views. There's some more smoked, home smoked chicken, applewood chicken and sausages. I'm getting hungry myself now. Yeah, as I said, and I said this in Joe's live the other night, as a chef, you forget more than you'll ever know. It's recipes that I've cooked and done over the years that I've forgotten are unbelievable. Yep, spatchcock, take the backbone out on the smoker, keep it to the right hand side depending where it is and what smoker you got. Soaking wet, well, not soaking, wet applewood chips onto the coals, straight down. Let that smoking penetrate the chicken or the sausages or whatever you're smoking. Absolute lovely. That's it, Joe. Every day's a learning day with catering. Well, I said, my old job, we made homemade bread every day. I done a caramelized onion and cheese bread. That is beautiful. I said we done fresh focaccia bread every single day. We made ciabatta breads. Pizza dough was made fresh every day, 20 kilos, 25 kg every day. I do miss it, but it took its toll on my body. The pain I was in was unbelievable. Cheese and chili in bread goes a treat very well. Does the same thing, Joan. Does the same thing, buddy. Now, I'm not a fan of Marmite, but I like Bovril. It's strange because they're similar kind of taste. Yeah, the recipes I've got in this house for different breads and things like that is unbelievable. I said I probably got anywhere up to about 100 different recipe books here. And the old recipes are some of the best. Now you're talking holy tiger bread. Can't beat it. Bacon with maple syrup, Jesse. Andrew Hunter, is it? And Stephen Doherty. Oi, oi, lads. Chicken waffles, maple syrup. Now we're talking. Down, Paul. Down. Holy's in the room. Sorry, Holy. Yeah, but as I said, Italian food for me is my weakness. Absolutely love it. Don't tell him that, Holy. I'll give him another twinge. As said, guys, being in the catering industry, some of the flavors you put together that you think don't go together are some of the best combinations you can come up with. Literally. I think, Joe, you'll agree with that. Some people will look at you and think you're off your head, and then they try it and they say, wow, that was nice. Another one I done a Sriracha Kiev, which was obviously you took your chicken breast, marinated that in Sriracha sauce, then you made a homemade chili cheese. So you took some cheddar cheese, chili powder, chili flakes, fresh chilies, mixed that up together, stuffed that into your chicken, wrapped that in bacon, then you breadcrumb, so you flour egg breadcrumb, and then you deep fry it into the oven. That was nice. I'm not a big Domino's lover. Sorry, Joe. I'd rather a Pizza Hut than a Domino's. I agree, Paul. And another one, monkfish, parma ham, and a sage leaf on top. There's something about the sage that goes into the parma ham, and the parma ham goes into the monkfish, roasted cherry tomatoes with a balsamic glaze. All I can say. I said, guys, going back to what would I have been? 17. So you're going back 20 years ago. Monkfish was more expensive than fillet steak. And fillet steak wasn't cheap back then either. As said, Mrs. J, you're never going to beat a fresh homemade pizza. Oh, monkfish. I say when I was back in my youth, monkfish was more expensive than fillet steak at one point, and that was saying something because a fillet steak was expensive back then. But they're put into so many different things, Holy. Depending on where you go and what kind of scampi you get, monkfish, offcuts of monkfish was classed as scampi. Paul Glover, have you ever eaten scampi? Because if you have, more than likely you've eaten monkfish. Happy days, William. Yes, Paul Glover. I'm not lying on that one. As said, depending on the scampi you buy, if you read the back package, some of it will say monkfish. Because what they've done, any scrap ends of the tail that they couldn't put into anything, they put it to scampi. No worries, Joe. Congratulations on your fishing adventures tonight. Right, I'll finish this drink off and then we'll call it a night because it's now 2:45 in the morning. See, this is what I enjoy about our chats, guys. Yes, it's a fishing channel, but it doesn't have to be just about fishing. It's a general run of life on this channel, and the chat is fantastic. Yes, we've had the idiots in tonight, which is a rare occasion, but we've bypassed that and we've had a good chat. Alan, thanks for being in the chat, buddy. Much appreciated. I apologize. I said I can't do anything about the lives crashing. That's out of my control. It's not my side because, as said, I've got pictures to prove that my internet connection is excellent when my lives are crashing, which I don't understand, but it is what it is. But it's been a nice chat. Thanks for you guys. I know you in Canada and Valerie, you still here, honey? I know it's early days for you guys still. There you are. Go for it, Val. Go for it. Good night, Cliff. Thanks for tuning in, buddy. Appreciate the support. Oh, Paul, don't get Holy started. We won't be going. She'll be here all night with this. Wait till she gets the paddle out, then you'll get excited. It's not my fault, John. Not that kind of paddle, Paul Glover. Some call it a cricket bat. Yeah, I've just replied, Holy. No worries, Daniel. Paul, it's an apple. Get it right. Don't offend Holy now. Oh, pardon me. Oh, Christ. Thank God this is coming to the end. Because I can see where this is going, and you guys are terrible. Oh. It's bonkers how they get dirty so easy. I've not touched them and they're stinking. Holy, don't corrupt her. I don't want to know about your bacon fetish, Timothy. Thank you. No comment, Paul. No comment. As I said, guys, Amanda, thank you very much. Sharon and Ed, thank you very much. Those donations will go towards the channel. They'll go towards fuel and other bits and bobs, tackle. So thank you very much. Much appreciated. It all helps. Yes, Valerie. Oh. She just needs a victim. Holy, I think Paul would be doing the 100-meter sprint in a world record if he's seen. Valerie, don't forget I've seen this picture. So there's no point going, because I know what the picture is. Yes, Valerie. Crap. No, Paul, that's my last for it. And then I'm going to be shooting up to bed, or otherwise I won't be going fishing tomorrow. Good night, Daniel. Appreciate the support, buddy. I'll speak to you soon. I've got to get up from here now. This is going to hurt. Yes, we're still going, Dano. I'm finishing off the last of my jack. And then we'll be calling it a night before Holy and Val corrupt this conversation. I know, Val. I know. I've got to be up in 7 hours to get ready to go fishing, so I need to get some sleep if I go. See what the weather's looking like tomorrow, because it's not looking promising at the moment. That is some strong winds, 46-mile-an-hour winds. But we shall see. We shall see. It's not young here, Timothy. It's now 2:58. Holy, don't add towards his twinge, please. I am, Timothy. I am. Old age and a decrepit body. It's not a nice feeling, Mrs. J. I know, Holy. Don't forget, I know you more than what you think. Gotta have my lanyard, guys, because I'll end up putting the glasses down, forgetting where I put them. Well, there so far. 5 pints and 3 double jacks. I'm alright at the moment. Fair play, Holy, that one got me. I tackle box. Head down. Oh, Christ. Right, it's gone 3 in the morning, guys, for me. So I've got to make my way up to bed. I could crash on the sofa, it's closer. But I'll pay for that if I do, because it's not going to do the back any good. That's what it's about, Holy. It's about enjoying each other's company, having a good laugh, and enjoying each other's banter. There's no banter that's overstepping the mark. There's no rudeness. There's no arrogance. It's all about enjoying each other's company and putting a smile on each other's face. That's all it's about. And it doesn't matter where you're from in the world. You've got Tim and Miss J from Canada. You've got Valerie from Ohio. You got the English lot. You've had the Welsh lot. You've had the Scottish lot. So it's been good. No, no, Holy. It's staying up. It's here for Dave to see what you've been up to when he's not around. Right. Say your goodnights, guys, because I've got things to do and sort out. It is, Mrs. J, it is. But no, Paul. No. I'm ready to get some sleep. I've not had a lot in the last couple of days. I've enjoyed your company, but it's time for some sleep. And if the wife sees the mess of this year, I'm in trouble. Hopefully, I'll see what the wind conditions are tomorrow. If it's as bad as it's saying it's going to be, we'll see. We'll take a choice of it there. No worries, Mrs. J, and I'll send that head circumference off to you tomorrow. Well, today, this afternoon. Oh, this one, sorry. I'll get that done for you, Miss J. As I said, guys, I'll try to keep, if it's not a Saturday night live, it'll be a one night a week. We'll try to get the lives. As I said, sometimes it's going to be a fishing live. It won't be a sit down house live, but we can always have a chat in them. What are you trying to imply, Mrs. J? Oh, right. Thank you all. We got 12 of us still in yet. That's fantastic. Mr. Glover, Miss Irwin. But she changed it to Easter Bunny, Mr. Biff, Mr. Johnson, Hollis. Thank you all, Mr. Biff. Not in my condition, Paul, no. I will speak to you all soon. Thank you very much. Be safe. And take care all. It's been a good night. Good chat with you all. Sammy, that's not a problem, buddy. As I say, if you can't make the lives, it doesn't matter. Just as long as you can drop a thumbs up whenever you can on the videos or the lives after they've shown, it all helps, buddy. Appreciate the support. Thank you all. I said yet again to Amanda and Sharon for the donations tonight. Thank you very much. They help massively. So we'll take it from the next live, guys. Be safe, look after each other, and good night. Has everyone said good night to each other now so I can go? I bet it has, Holy. Yeah, all yours. Right. There's 10 of you left. Say good night to each other. And then we go in. The baby. Yo, we're leaving now. It's nearly 3:10 in the morning where we are, so we're going to sleep. Thank you, Timothy. Right, 3. Night, and don't pay any kind to that grumpy old troll who lives under. Mrs. J, it doesn't bother me, love. I've got broad shoulders. It takes a lot more than that to get to me. His views. It goes to the YouTube algorithm and it helps. You don't realize that, but there we are. Happy days, isn't it? Happy days. Right. Anybody else got anything to say? Or we go in? Get a sleep, John Biff. Good night. 3. We all done? 3, 2, 1. Good night. West Wales fishing out.